Wow, everything's coming online? Peter's in Florida?
The ship is down. Sensors are sketchy. I've got to do something.
Dr. Jill will be there with a chopper soon. We agree that you should go find him, but take her with you.
Yes, sir. As soon as she gets here.
Honestly, I've never been in a swamp before. It's kind of pretty. But it's also like I have been here before, through your knowledge of it, and I don't even want to mention your marriage.
Oh wow, that was back when I was still a human. And I know how you feel about Dr. Jill.
This is all TMI. I mean, I like her a lot, but I'm an alien.
I wouldn't be so sure. There's something I'm feeling, like it feels like you're a black guy, like I was.
Come on, Plato, you can't be serious. Have you looked at my face?
It's just a gut feeling, Peter. There's something more to you than you're an alien.
I mean, I guess I could be wrong. It's just, let's just keep moving. We're almost there.
Okay, we're here.
Wait a second. You've got memories of this guy.
Trust me, buddy. I know what I'm doing.
There it is! Our transportation to the phone you need!
I thought I warned you about taking my boat, Plato!
They've taken down Hector! I can sense it through the bees, but there's more! There's someone else in here with me. Come on out! I know you're there!
You want me to come out? You got it!
You dare break into my hive?
It's a cell tower covered in gook.
Don't you dare talk about my hive that way!
The government wants your hive off our tower!
You little man! I will teach you respect!
Bee stings? You're gonna try that on me? The bees can't get through the armor!
That glass face shield ain't so tough!
No! I'm exposed to the bees!
Now my bees will eat your face off!
Move! Get out of my way, lady!
Oh no! You're not getting away that easy!
Get ready and hang on tight. She's a fast boat.
So you didn't feel anything when Lemmy shook your hand?
Nothing.
Maybe it doesn't work on humans. It never happened before.
I mean, the only reason it happened with kind of you is that you are part platypus, right?
That does make sense. Maya will likely have some thoughts on it.
You know he's only taking us to Maya's is because he's got a crush on her.
It's obvious, bro. Oh yeah, I know.
Against all that's wrong, for the weakest he is strong. Fighting for the greatest good, coming to your neighborhood.
Do you see it, Captain? Is that the craft?
Yeah, I think it might be.
I'm looking for a place to land, sir, but it's a swamp! I was afraid this might happen. It's why I wore the suit.
What's that supposed to mean, Captain?
You know how I work, Doctor.
But you're retired!
I was.
Wait, you can't just jump, Tony! Pilot, stop him!
Sorry, ma'am. If Cap wants to jump, Cap gets to jump. Oh yeah, that's the ship. It's totaled. I've gotta get away from Queen Sting!
There you are! You're fast, but my bees are everywhere!
Is that the team? Vision getting blurry. Guys! Flicker! What's wrong?
Bees, they got me.
It's his allergy! Does anyone have an EpiPen?
You're kidding, right? He needs CPR!
I can freeze him till medics arrive, but I know Flicker, I'm not putting my mouth on him!
Idiot! That's not how it's done anymore. I'll do it, but he's going to need a hospital.
We're gonna have to try to call in a chopper.
So this is where my prey has fallen.
Even if everything is still down, Cousin Maya's gonna know when it's back on!
So does she know his intentions?
Oh yes.
I think she's got some kind of crush on him too.
We have arrived at our destination!
Hey! Pluto! Lemmy! What are you boys doing out here? And who is the handsome stranger?
That's Peter the Great Cyclopean.
I know Plato. He's been on television for weeks. He's a UFO super agent.
I brought him over here because he needs to use your phone!
No problem at all. Come on in, boys! Here it is, Mr. Cyclopean. It's not the fanciest phone, but it works. I have to ask, how do you use a phone without a mouth?
It's just an automated system that helps them locate me when I dial it in.
Sweet smacks. I've never seen a phone like this before.
This isn't working! He's turning blue!
Queen Stain! Our agent needs a doctor!
Serves him right! He broke into my hive! But I'll make you a deal. Defrost my bee knight and I'll let you take him out of here.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
How dare you call me a terrorist? I am trying to save the bees from the terror of mankind. I don't want to see him die.
Then let us pass, because if he dies, you're getting charged with murder!
You've killed billions of bees. Sure, we are allowed one war criminal if he should pass.
That's it. We don't have time to waste. You're under arrest, lady.
Which of you trolls wants to try to cuff me?
Freeze her! I can't! I'm still recharging from freezing bee night!
Guys! I think he's dying!
Fear not, Wandra. I bring to you a solution.
Here, O beautiful warrior. I bring you an EpiPen to save his life.
While Wandra saves Flicker with Forevertron's EpiPen, Captain Aura is tracking the Great Cyclopean.
Doc, I think he's been here and moved on out.
I'm scanning all available recordings of that area. Queen Sting messed up a lot of it. It's gonna take some time.
Better get a move on. Who knows what he's up to?
Just rotate the next number. You got it, sugar.
It looks like you taught him a new skill, Maya.
Peter hesitates, realizing the last number will tell the UFO exactly where he is. Does he want to go back after the squid incident?
Wait, I've got something. Peter's dialed his location number, about 4 miles north of you. We'll come pick you up.
Negative, Doctor. We've got to refuel before we can do that.
Tony?
Yeah. I heard. I think I'll take it on foot.
That's 4 miles of swampland full of crocs and gators. Just hang tight.
You know that ain't happening, Dr. Jill. How long do you plan on talking to her, heroes? You think Forevertron is helping us?
He's the one who saved you.
We've got our orders. We don't need your help, Forevertron.
Are you hoping to bore her to death with the all-talk, no-action strategy?
On the time!
I will do what none of you can! Stop! She's under arrest by our authority! I want nothing to do with this woman you've arrested. What do you think you're doing to her?
I am ridding her of a parasite, Bloodpuff.
Oh, no, you don't! Teleportation?
Dr. Jill was so worried about the swamp, but everyone underestimates the aura.
My aura keeps me clean and moving through the muck. I should be there in 10 or 15 minutes.
They raised you on a military base?
It was more like a town inside a base. Lots of superpowered families there. But I was the only orphaned alien.
I'm still not sure you're an extraterrestrial.
That's the second time I've heard you say that. What's up with that, Plato?
Well, when Pete and I mind merged, I saw a memory of a colored couple. I felt like they were his parents. If you were seeing his memories, why don't he remember?
Maybe because he was an infant? I'm not sure. I just saw what I saw.
I don't know what to make of it, but I know you saw something. It was the same for me with you. But I want to know if you saw any other one-eyed aliens when I was a baby.
I'm sorry, bro. I can't say I did.
What do you think happened to your people, Peter?
I don't know. No one does. I was in a ship that came from outer space.
What did the wreckage look like? Have you seen it?
No. I've never actually seen it.
Doesn't that seem strange?
You need to ask to see it, Peter.
I mean, I've seen some photos, but in my life, so little adds up.
Look who you're talking to, Peter. I understand. Y'all hear that outside? What the?
I think, yeah, there's a guy in white running towards us on top of the swamp water.
Man dressed in white? I might know this guy.
This is the place. I'm surprised he's not outside waiting for extraction. He did dial the number.
Well, maybe he's being held hostage by a hostile force? Should I kick down the front door?
Cap? You answered my call?
Of course it's me. Get ready. Dr. Jill's coming with a chopper to get us out of here.
I guess you know the ship was wrecked.
I saw it. I guess you made it out okay?
I was knocked out for a while.
We'll have to get you checked out. That's our ride. Dr. Jill is here.
About that, Tony, I don't think I want to go back. At least not yet.
What? Don't be talking crazy like that. Let's get out of here.
I'm not a killer. That squid? I won't do that ever again.
You've got to come back. You might be needed against Queen Sting.
No, sir. I don't have to go. And no one has the power to make me.
Look, Pete, killing monsters is part of your job. You're under contract to the military. You can't go AWOL.
Stay away from me!
Is that how you want this to go?
I just want you to go and leave me alone. You're just an overpaid chaperone.
Ah! Knock it off, Pete. Let's go now.
Captain Aura! Come in, Tony! What's going on down there?
I think his comms are down, Dr. Jill. Last chance, Peter. Let's go now!
No!
I didn't want it this way.
You're coming with me, one way or the other, Peter!
Stop! I don't know who you are, but I can't allow this. You are interfering with official government business, mister.
Government business? He's a UFO agent, dude!
I know who he is! I am his commanding officer, Captain Aura! Then why did you punch and kick him?
He hit me because he has orders to bring me in no matter what. You'll ruin your life over a stupid squid monster, Peter!
I'm my own man, Tony. Seeing the world through Plato's eyes, I know there's more for me out there.
Oh, what the heck are you talking about?
Back up, Plato. This is going to get ugly.
Peter, don't! You'll hurt him! No, Peter, do!
Nice! You usually hit like a pansy.
Get up, Captain!
The one-eyed guy with the sharpest mind, with the fingers always spouting signs. A rising star with the blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. Who is gonna save the day when there is no other way? The great cyclopean, yeah, the great cyclopean, yeah, yeah, great cyclopean, yeah, great, fighting against all that's wrong. For the weakest, he is strong, fighting for the greatest good, coming to your neighborhood.
This isn't training! You need to stop, or I will embarrass you! I know you're frustrated! You're physically stronger, and I'm still beating your butt!
Tony! Answer your comms! We're coming up on you!
Doc Jill? Did you see that move?
Don't act like you couldn't hear me on the radio, Mr. Captain Aura.
Who are you guys? This is private property!
It's been a long time, Plato. This is UFO business. Buzz off!
You know Duckface Guy?
You shouldn't talk, Tony. Shush!
Don't start dissing me just because I tickled your fancy and didn't giggle back at you, lady.
We are in the middle of a national emergency, and you think I'm obsessing over you?
Well, I knocked out the national emergency, Doctor.
Great! Now get out of our way while we take custody of the alien.
Oh no, Peter's my responsibility. He stays with me. He went rogue on his first mission and now he wants to go AWOL? This is all on you, Captain.
Bottom line is, you're being reassigned, Tony.
Peter!
Holy moly! How far did he fling me?
You leave us no choice, Peter. You're coming with us, dead or alive.
Dr. Jill!
Don't whine, Peter. We have our orders. These 3 men are a Zenith team, some of our most powerful agents. If you don't come peacefully...
If you don't come peacefully, Peter, we are going to beat you to a pulp!
I'm not going anywhere. Period!
You heard him! Zenith team! Mega Wave! Granite State! Tie knots! Apprehend the Cyclopean! Ah! Get him, men!
They are going to kill him! You calling the sheriff, Maya?
No, Lemmy, I'm calling my brother!
Oh! Help me! He's got my head!
Now you're making me mad!
And listen to this, Ollie. They got superpowers they are using on the kid. He needs your help. All right, little bro. I'll see you in a few minutes.
We are losing containment! I got him! He's done for!
Peter, so trusting. I was ordered to find a weakness in you. Of course, when I found no weakness, I engineered one myself. As your doctor, I was able to pump you full of metals that Megawave could manipulate to take you down. I will be remembered as the great woman scientist who took down the unstoppable monster alien.
Stop! You're going to kill him! I think Doc Jill told you to buzz off! Cyclopean is under my protection. Only one retired Titan against a Zenith team? How senile are you, Captain? Say what you will.
But I'm leaving with Peter, even if I have to go through all three of you.
I really love putting old-timers in their place. But he doesn't seem to be fighting so well right now. Forever, Tron!
Do not worry. The great Cyclopean will reveal his power soon. We must prepare. I am in possession of Queen Sting Mutator, and I have plans for her and the Cyclopean.
Very well.
Tell me more.
They've been flying for hours, all for the purpose of having Dr. Jill inspect a new specimen. She's out at the moment as part of the team recovering the Great Cyclopean, but they will wait.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm Blood Puff, he's Arctic Blast, and we're bringing in the B-Knight. Not to worry, sir. We have everything we need to keep him restrained.
He tried to murder us, so he must remain contained.
To be fair, he was under the control of Queen Sting. So she no longer has control of him?
We can't be sure. That's why we need Dr. Jill. Don't worry, Blood Puff. This bee isn't going to cause anyone any trouble.
Put Peter down, or we will kill you both, Captain Aura.
Kill us? Have you lost your mind, Dr. Jill?
Fair warning. I'm not playing games here. I will hurt you!
Zenith Team! Stop him!
You see that sky? I wonder what they're doing out there.
It looks radioactive to me, Lemmy.
Yeah, they're hesitating. They've all heard the stories of my adventures. They fear me.
What are you doing? Get him, you idiots!
I can't get through his aura! Give me a minute, I'll break it down with my wave powers!
This is impossible! I've read your file! You aren't this strong! Wake up, man! Files can't tell you about Spirit!
Spirit? Is that a clue to the origins of his powers?
The three of you don't have the heart to beat me. Aura King!
Stay back, Maya!
Look what he's done to my window!
Now what? This is my sister's house!
And this is her private property.
I am the strong man of this home, but I am not tied up!
Orville, you're here.
Hey, sis. Call me I equal some around these clowns, okay?
I know who you are! You used to be a UFO agent! You've got to help us apprehend these criminals! This is the man who kicked granite into your sister's house!
All I see is one man helping another, and then I see you creeps attacking them!
Peter's waking up! Don't freak out, big guy!
You're interfering with official UFO business, mister.
You ain't got no warrant, so you ain't got no official business on our private property.
I'm telling you, Captain Aura and Cyclopean are criminals!
Easy, Pete.
Don't listen to her! She's been leading these thugs!
I'll go with what I know, lest Satan should get an advantage over me, for I am not ignorant of his devices. Give Caesar what is Caesar's!
This is crazy. I think he's quoting the Bible.
Where do you think you're going?
Unhand me, you federal wench!
You heard him! Don't touch my brother!
Thank you, Maya! I suffer not a woman to usurp authority over me, but to be in silence!
Respect. Respect.
We've got to get you out of here, Peter. They are trying to kill you.
Meanwhile, back at headquarters.
We're ready for you, Blast!
I'm not sure about this.
We can pull the plug if he loses it.
I'm talking about his mental health. Not his powers, Pup. I mean, just a day ago he was a regular human, but now he's this mutation in our UFO lab? It's insane! He's defrosting! Hector!
Hector Cruz! Can you hear me?
Keep your fingers on the gas button, man. I think he's gonna blow.
Where is my queen? What have you done to her? Why can't I feel her?
Calm down, Hector. I'll explain everything. I will destroy you all!
Can you feel my power building? Prepare to die!
Gas him, Puff! Gas him!
Okay, hit the gas! Let's wait for Dr. Jill before we try that again. Yes, she's always been great with people with powers.
Go get them, you super-powered freak!
We are regrouping, Doc.
You're supposed to be a Zenith team! Get busy!
We need a plan. They won't stay over there forever. Hear me, Dr. J. That guy, I equal sum, if he lets loose like he did in 2015.
I forgot about 2015.
Look at that! They're retreating!
No, they're regrouping and reinforcing.
Maybe we can get Peter out of here before another Zenith team shows up?
Let's go!
My truck will get us out of here!
Why do you keep doing that?
Doing what?
Why do you keep quoting Bible verses? You mean when I rip a verse, it helps me keep my powers in check? What exactly are your powers?
I'm strong and smart and I kind of warp reality. Like when I know you were holding that granite guy in your left hand, but then somehow he was in your right hand?
And your eye logo keeps changing.
Exactly. But I don't have a lot of control over it.
I always have to remember his ways are not my ways. His will be done, not mine, right?
So you really are a Bible-thumping type? I can't help it. It's just what I am.
Sensors show 2 vehicles, truck and a boat. Lots of interference. I don't know which one Cyclopean is in.
We should blow both vehicles up.
Don't talk, Granite. You're concussed. Let's split up. We will follow the truck. You two follow the boat. I have to make a phone call. No problem, bro. Redbeard, protocol side-eye. Do you copy?
Redbeard here. Akadoodle-doo, over.
Fried Lasso Hurt Link Potion Lab Alpha Jank 8-track Wonder Bowl.
Wah? Shh, it's secret code. Toast Dog Friday assume rope? After an exchange of bizarre words that makes no sense to anyone but themselves. Shady Fire Kindle Chicken Wednesday and Sunfire World Corn. Tomato soup, sir! Over and out, bro. Don't look now, but I think we're being followed. That looks like their Humvee.
What have you done?
Peter! We have to turn around! What? Peter's lost his mind! Are you serious? Peter, what are you doing? I couldn't leave them to die, Cap. Not like what happened to my parents. I'm calling emergency services. Then we can get out of here! I would say he's 90% finished.
I need the new agent today, Master Mutator.
Give me an hour and we'll be good to go, Forevertron.
All right, let's hope this is working. I think it is. To Solo Polo. I am solo this evening. unless you count the animals. And I don't know if it'll remain that way. I don't know if anybody wants to come in. But I'm trying to get rid of this big screen, and let's see. I seem to have gotten caught up in a stuck window, but I shall not stay trapped. So, anyways, this is just the little weekly check-in. Monday, had a great time with Captain Aura / Tony, the Cardinal / Neo, and their wives. It was a great night. Diana and I went, and if you see the chat, yeah, we were together with them Monday night. But tonight is Wednesday. The world is nuts. I don't know what to say about anything that's happening right now, but if you have faith in God, you better stick to it because it's getting crazy out there. What's up, Rick? Hail to Rick. Been working on the loop, which has progressed rapidly and has evolved and changed, and it's becoming the project that I wanted it to become. Poor Miss Diana has to edit this thing, but the cool thing is it's not like previous books because things change every time she reads it. And that may sound chaotic, but it's actually kind of like a piece of mesh coming together. The fabric gets a little tighter, everything becomes a little more obvious, and I really know how it's going to end at this point, which is really exciting. It's one of those things where I don't think I'd get the ideas if I wasn't drawing it, and I wouldn't be drawing it if I didn't have the ideas. It's cylindrical, I guess. One is feeding the other while the other feeds the one. It's going to feature a lot of my craziest art. And what's going to make that really unique is it's going to tell a story. It's not just going to be an expression of, artistic frustration, but it's going to be part of the tale within. And it's told in such a way that the reader will have to go through it at least twice. Guaranteed. Yeah, it's very unique. I've never done anything like it. I want to tell the world. I did let a little slip Monday night, but even then, the project is so fluid that it's changed a little bit since then. And here we go. Rick is joined. Rick's getting a big head of hair there. Oh, a little bit of headphones, though. How you doing, man?
Good, yourself? No Diana tonight?
No, man, she left me.
To go where?
Go see our daughter. Yeah, but it sounds better if I say she left me,
No, it doesn't. She went to see her daughter sounds better.
Yeah, but you're just trying to get maybe I'll get the sob view,
Yeah, but I didn't fall for that, unfortunately.
Solo Polo didn't get you thinking? What's up, Outcast?
Hey, Outcast.
I love your son's drawing. Mucho talent.
But I'm almost caught up on Cyclopean.
Uh-oh. Me too.
I've been reading them at the laundromat. So
I hope
I'm halfway through book 9. Pardon?
I hope you like them.
Yeah.
Issue 10 I'm about halfway through, but it's been interesting because I'm keeping a black and white and a color, which really that's a matter of just turning off the layers in most cases. But I'm actually saving a black and white file, so I don't know, because sometimes when I get to coloring, I do destructive things. I merge layers I shouldn't. I do things that I'm gonna regret later. And sure enough, somewhere down the road, I go, gee, I wish I could just go back and do that. But I knew. I spent about, I don't know, 3 hours clearing out my iPad today because of memory issues. But I didn't realize that Procreate sucks up huge amounts of memory when you try to save, like every book you've ever done on it.
Yeah, that's why you need to put stuff like that up on somewhere else.
Well, it was funny because I had it backed up
External hard
automatic
drive.
way, but the way the automatic way worked was it backs up the whole program, brushes, everything all the time, and you can't go back and say like, gee, I want to get a copy of Cyclopean 2's original so I can modify this or that. You have to upload everything from the backup. And I was like, yeah, I don't like that. It's like a total device restore, not a file restore. So I researched just a hair and figured out how to take the Procreate files themselves, the actual art files, and back those up. But it has to be done manually. So, yeah. I did that. And now Trolls is off my thing. The first 6 issues of Cyclopean are off. Cluster Fudge is off. Like Mangai Yoshokin, those were all things I still had on my iPad, eating up like gigs, tons and tons of gigs.
I can believe it.
And I have a paid iCloud, storage solution, but it's always full. Like I can't store anything on it because all my apps back up to it, including Procreate. But again, that backup wasn't good for getting like one single file or something. You had to take everything in the backup and apply it. So anything you did since the backup wouldn't have been there,
Can you like get an external hard drive and move?
That's exactly what I did. I stored it onto a traditional magnetic disk because every SSD I get that's external ends up failing on me. Maybe I don't spend enough money on it. Like I get the $150 external hard drive SSD and it dies, I get the one that's the magnetic platter and they seem to last 20 years.
Yeah, well, you probably put something magnetic to the one, and that's why it ends up
the
failing.
SSD is not supposed to matter. That's all a different technology. And it's just I use them at work, no problem. But every single one I bought myself, and I mean I bought ScanDisk, I bought a no name, I tried different brands. Tiny's having a rough night. See, Diana left us, so my dog, they don't know what to do. They wanted me to sit with them. Diana sits with them normally about 2 hours in the afternoon. And I came home from work. I was like, you're out of your mind. We're going out. We're coming back, and then I got work to do. But yeah, they're not happy. What are you barking at? It must be a cat. Oh yeah. I think Belle is ticking her off. But she's got a medicine snack that she doesn't want to eat, but if you know Tiny, she's like very territorial, so she's over there protecting this little ball of meat sludge. And I don't know if she's going to eat it at all. I can see the medicine still in it, so she hasn't gone that far. I hope she does, though, because if she doesn't, she's going to be hell tonight. She'll be screaming and crying, and yeah. That's what she does. She's a terrible puppy, and they've had me up the last 2 nights. Now, Monday night was more my fault because when I came back from Mantown, I was completely... Well, let's just say I had a couple of shots, and Diana called me drunk, but I don't think I was drunk. But at any rate, I woke up, didn't sleep well, and woke up less than rested. And I thought it was partially because of that, but now I know it was the animals because they did the same thing to me Tuesday night. So hopefully they don't do it tonight, but it's not looking good. If Tiny doesn't eat her medicine, she doesn't sleep well. That's got a little bit of like nighty night, go to sleep type medicine. I suspect. I don't know what Diana gives her, to be honest, but she sleeps well when she takes it.
Well, that's good.
The colors are coming along, huh?
Yeah, just started this Saturday. Got those first two panels in. I gotta
So
figure out whether I should dim the mirror version of Sunset in the first panel or not.
yeah, mirrors are kind of tricky because in real life they're like they're not dimmed. So how do you show like it's glass? It makes it. Do you run the lines through it like they did in the '80s? Well, that kind of looks crappy, and like
Well, as
you
you see,
add a
there's
blur.
lines here, so
I can't see it. It's too small.
oh,
Hang on, let me make it a little bigger. Boom. Yeah, but those look like good shadow lines. They don't look like mirror lines.
like
That
these
could
ones
look like
here.
a mirror line, but I thought that was I thought she was like looking through a doorway. You're right though. That is a line that would
Yeah,
indicate like
I
a
gotta
parent
do
or a
something
loss
about
or something.
that.
Maybe just make the blues the same color. Because I thought she was like looking through a doorway or a windowsill. It looks
Yeah,
good though.
yeah. I've been meaning to research it this week about window mirrors,
They
coloring
have them in
mirrors.
stores and stuff. Like at Walmart, they have a mirror. You might have one in your bathroom. I know we have one. I don't
Yeah,
have a
but I
lot.
was gonna. Yeah, we got one in the bathroom, but I'm thinking trying to look up coloring mirrors. On
Oh yeah.
YouTube.
Oh, I don't know. You know who I've been watching a lot of is David Finch, but I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
who.
he's good.
Oh my God, the guy is incredible. Like I really enjoy how he studies styles, and when he does it, he can actually draw like the person he's drawing. You know what I mean? Like if he's looking at Miller, he can draw like Miller. If he's looking at Lee, he draws like Lee, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not that kind of artist. I'm like, wow, some guys are able to just turn on the different styles. You want to draw like Kirby, no problem. You want to draw like Deco, no problem. You know what I mean? It's like, wow,
Yeah,
that's a different kind of talent.
yeah, for sure. Well, I'm not sure whether he can mimic them, but another one that that can do the various different styles, as in the type of artwork. Like superhero manga. Like that. Dillard.
Yeah. Well, Dillard's got a wide variety. Like he's got a wide toolbox. I've seen him draw everything from silly to super realistic to combined to yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
In fact, when I look at like indie artists that I want to be more like, he's one of the very few.
Yeah.
Things get weird in the indie world. Like the guys that I thought were super good when I first started drawing indie comics, 8 years ago or whatever it was, they don't look as good to me anymore. Like I'm like seeing them in a different
light,
a different lens. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like EVS, when I first started drawing, I thought he was fantastic. But now that I've seen guys like David Lynch doing their draw streams, or even the Jim Lee ones, as boring as he is, it's like, oh, there's good artists, and then there's guys that are legends or could be legends,
Well, EVS could be a legend too, if you
Nah, I'd
wanted.
say he's good. I'd say he tops out at good. And I only say that
I
because
think he tops out at great.
I don't know. I think you got a hard on for Green Lantern. Or maybe the Flash, but and I'm not
Well, I
saying
do like those characters, and I do have.
I'm not saying he didn't have good runs. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
I don't
neither am I.
know.
But
He misses that legendary mark because, like, he didn't do the crossover to Marvel very well. He's never had that return run to either company yet. Although I do think he's headed back to DC ultimately.
yeah, well, you know what? I don't think so. I think he's probably getting way more money through. I'd say crowdfunding, but
you think so? I think
It
like
could
those
be.
royalty checks he gets from DC are like the biggest safety blanket an indie artist could hope for.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
I don't think he's hurting much at all, but I do think he's hurting in the crowdfunding because lately he's been so sporadic about what he's been saying and doing. And golly, I don't know, Rick. I don't know. I
Well,
do know I brought it up.
what I'm not
But
sure.
prayer for that girl over at Ripperverse with the heart issue. I believe her name is Kara or Carrie.
Okay.
You know the one I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea. I pay no attention to any
Yeah,
of that.
apparently she's having a serious heart condition, so she had to like leave Ripperverse. She was their product manager.
Oh.
And of course, Ethan tried to turn it into Ripperverse is doing layoffs. Oh, geez. Okay, Evan, go home.
Evan, you can Ethan.
Oh, I call him Evan on a good day. Ethan on when I'm really mad at him.
Don't call him Evan. Don't call him Evan.
He likes being called Evan.
Well, to me, Evan, there's Ethan, and then there's Evan von Scriver.
Who's Evan von?
Well, he was part of the Cult of Raven. Although we can't prove it, he did come back as another name, Good Night Spoon, on my
So wait a minute.
channel.
So Evan was actually a screen name that was negative.
Well, at first he was, I wouldn't say parody, but sort of parody. And then, actually, he first started out as Evan von Scriver, and he, get called EVS a lot. And then he went to Evan Hotep, actually, and then to Good Night
I
Spoon.
do remember someone named Hotep or something like that. But no, I picked up Evan from Pan, of War Campaign fame when you started calling him Evan, and Ethan just seems to love being called Evan. So you'll see me drop Evan occasionally, but I didn't realize there was another Evan out there.
Yeah, better Evan.
Evil Evan. Oh, yeah, a better Evan?
Yeah, Evan. We like Evan von Scriver, Evan Hotep, Good Night Spoon.
I did not know.
He's
Forgive
good.
me, no, I did not recognize you with the mask on.
But yeah, definitely, he's a good guy, Evan von Scriver, or as he's going by now. Good Night Spoon.
I do know of that one.
Yeah.
That name I've heard. So, how's your book coming? Mine is, I got 2 books going right now, but my books are going well.
In a sense, I've got 2 books going too at the moment. Well, you see this. I'm coloring this up. The guy that I got on this book, he has a real job where he's an animator, actually. So that job takes precedence over doing my book, because it pays his bills. I can't pay his bills at the moment.
Right. So this is on a little bit of a pause.
Well, he's going to get done what he can. He's going to get his thing done, and then in between things that they say that he has to do, he will do some stuff on the book. And he's on page 3. He's on page 3 at the moment. And I got a guy on the next book after this, The Flame, but I don't want him getting too far ahead because I want to have the money to be able to pay the guy that's on Snowdrift because it's the next project.
That's the hardest part about bringing people in is having to pay them. I mean, I get it, but
well, that would be a hard part if I could actually get a following and get people buying my books.
That is difficult too. And I don't know what to say. I don't have any answers, as you know. I'm not exactly.
You're not doing much better than me. I think you do better at cons than I do, but that's probably due to
that's just perseverance and Diana being a good saleswoman. When she leaves me, I'm a terrible salesman. Of course, I no longer have the free books online to offer, so I'm just gonna have to tell him to go watch the cartoons. She doesn't realize
Well,
that she leashed.
you should actually put your stuff up on Global Comics.
We've discussed different things like that, but I don't think she's going to let me do it yet. She's going to be marketing at least the first half of this year, and she's got some, firm ideas.
Well, I would really suggest it because I've put some stuff up there, and although it's not much, I haven't got anybody buying, but because people are reading stuff, I've been reading a little bit of stuff. And I know it's not a lot. It's really thing. I got 2 cents in revenue from that.
Hey, that's still 2 cents, brother.
Just from people starting to read my books, going through Canadian Shield. I got Canadian Shield 1 up there for free, right?
So you're telling me people put their 2 cents in?
Yeah.
Hey, you put their 2 cents in on that.
So, even if you can get people just reading it, give a few pages away for free at first, and to get them up there, you can put Trolls Exposed up there and all that.
Yep. Boy, that was scary today. I went to back that up. And the way I had to do it, I ended up putting it over onto my hard drive in 10 different parts because the iPad was so full, I couldn't do a decent archive. And whenever I sent it across, it was renaming them because I didn't put actual titles on the pages when I created them. Now, that's something I do now. But back then, it was all like untitled in a folder, untitled 1, untitled. Well, if you try to put them all together, it says, which untitled do you want to, which one do you want to say? Hey, no, I want both. So I ended up having to put in different parts and different folders, but everything is in there now, at least. Everything I have. I have like problems with Cyclopean 1. I only have half the book's art, but I do have a high definition PDF that is at least reprintable and I could work off of if I had to redo anything. But I don't think I'm gonna unless Cyclopean starts selling a lot. I'm not interested in trying to make that those issues particularly better unless. I mean, like if I had the funds to pay a good artist and a good writer to go in, and remaster it, sure. But I want.
Well, I wouldn't do much with the story. I wouldn't change much in the story. I could see remastering it, getting the art better and all that.
Well, after doing the cartoons, though, there are a few things where I'm like, boy, I overscripted there, and part of that is still being scripted.
That actually reminds me.
Oh.
I'm not sure whether it was in issue 9 or issue 8.
There must be a typo.
Yep.
Is it bad?
No, not really.
Am I going to have to fire Diana for a great editorial job? She didn't come by tonight. I'm kind of surprised she was supposed to.
It must be issue 8 when I think they're in the truck.
Yeah.
And
now they were also in the truck in the ash can.
Pardon?
They were also in the truck in the ash can, just to make sure you remember the scenes.
Well, I don't have Titan. I don't have the Titans ash can.
How did we not get you the Titans ash can?
I don't know because I didn't pay for that or whatever, so I don't know.
Okay.
I'll get it. But yeah, there's a spot where I'm pretty sure it's supposed to say "thus" and it says "e."
Oh, that happens a lot with me, and yeah, that would be a typo that she didn't catch because she finds little things like that all the time. I type faster than I used to, but I type so fast sometimes I don't actually press the key hard enough to register it. Like I skirt over it almost.
Yeah, I think it's on page 1, 2, 3 of issue 8. when they're facing you in the truck right below Cyclopean. So why did you live in he swamps?
Oh no, he swamps. Yeah, there's he swamps and she swamps. And you want to know why? No, yeah, you're right. No, that should have been the. That should have been the. I wish I had no prizes, but Marvel might sue me for that. Although that truly was a Stanley property, wasn't it? I mean, yes, Marvel owns anything created under their banner, but that was a Stanley gimmick. Here's a no prize.
But it's like I spotted that and I'm like, okay, leave it to me.
Well, you know, you would be a great editor.
I spot all this stuff after the fact usually.
Yeah, but if you were, I think you're no, I think you've got an eye for that sort of thing.
Oh, yes and no. I don't know what. Sometimes I wouldn't know what to put in ads. You know, like simple thing like that. Yeah, but that's why I have an editor. Metal's my editor.
The biggest weakness with my editor, God bless you, Diana, is she's one of my biggest fans.
Yeah.
I think that's really a tough place to be when she's critiquing, because she's like, oh, I know you'll have this solved by the end. When an editor, I would have driven an editor totally batty with this loop story.
Yeah, well, most editors would see it after the fact, after it's all done.
That's probably true too.
You know,
Diana sees
but
it every week.
yeah, you see it. Yeah, you know, a big project like that. Well, it depends on how big it is, but I'm not sure how big this loop is supposed to be. But say it's,
Well,
you know,
here's a really cool. So we have 4 viewers, so it'll be out a little further than you and me, maybe. But it's already going to be double whatever the pages are of the actual story, and it's because of the way the story is told. So if it's a 32-page story, like I'm guessing, the book will be at least 64 pages.
Okay.
But I'm also thinking it'll be another 10 after the 64 pages because of the way the story has to end.
Yeah. But my point is more something like that. Well, like say a 22-page comic, you know, or like where it's story that would be seen by an editor probably once after, you know, they go over, get any continuity.
All right. So here's part of what I'm doing. Okay, the story is a multi-layered thing. In the beginning, because this book is very art-natured, there's no dialogue. So between you and me, and we're down to 3 viewers, maybe one other. The book starts and it's almost like an art book. And when
it's probably Tony and Outcast listening.
It could be. When you get to the end of the story, however, there's it goes back to the beginning more or less, and the dialogue is added, but there are mild changes within the second pass. But the whole point is the dialogue is added, and the art is then allowed to be covered by things like word balloons, which was really bugging me in the beginning, and I couldn't figure out how to not cover up my artwork because some of it I really want to show. And so it's going to have a double pass plus a triple bound ending at the end. Like there's 3 definite acts, and it's a very bizarre setup and a bizarre story, and it's a little bit of a mystery, and it should be feel good by the end of it. I think that's how it's going to end. It's going to make you smile at the end and not be so miserable like most of my books are at the end.
Oh, I really like, you know, like I read, everything I've read of yours I liked.
But I tend to have a really dark side at times, and I think so I was talking to a couple of people Monday, and I think Darkness Dies may have gone a little too dark for some people, but that was part of like the painting of the writing. And in
Yeah.
all honesty, I'm brutally fresh at writing. So like I was like, I want Katie's to be the most awful villain I've ever had. I achieved that. They really bought into him being that dark. Like
Yeah.
I didn't think that like having the threat of having a young teenager raped was going to be so gut wrenching, because I knew he was never going to be raped, but the whole threat of it as a story device
Yeah.
really got people deeper than I thought it would. Like they were like, that was really dark, dude. And I'm like, was it really? And they're like, yes, it was. And I'm like, oh.
Well, everybody's sensibilities are a lot different. Maybe I'm not sure whether I thought it was or not while reading it, but it's
Well, you know
setting up.
what? It reminds me of when I first started doing pinups, and I did one of Wonder Woman in a skirt version of her costume, and I had
Yeah.
her in white panties, which you could see because she was kicking, and so many people were upset about that. And I said, "Why? I don't get it." And they were like, they were saying that was something from oh, what's the perverted manga stuff? Um,
Oh,
at any rate, they were saying it was based on that style, and I was like, I wasn't thinking that at all. I thought it was just kind of cool, the angle, and I was like, well, I don't want her in blue underwear. I want people to see that she's. At any rate, it was something totally different than how they interpreted it. So like,
yeah.
there's always these bumps that you run into when you try stuff, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was going to be an issue. That whole storyline was going to offend some people. I do
Well,
apologize.
of
to
course
people
it's
who
going to offend. The thing is, you can do anything and it's going to offend somebody.
Well, I think people are going to start to wake up if they read enough of my stuff and realize that I am someone who, in a story, will take a kitten, hang it by a clothesline that can barely hold it by the nape of its neck, and then put it by a fishing line and hang it over the side of a building 40 stories up with a flaming ground below it and somehow save it, but make you think it's going to fall for 20 minutes before I do. That's
Yeah.
kind of like,
Well,
I love high depths and then like saving right before a
yeah.
complete collapse.
Well, the thing is too, like to show the how mean, nasty, whatever a villain is. Sometimes you have to go
You
to
have to really make them mean and
go
nasty.
extreme. You have to go to extremes in the writing to show it. And then Darkness Dies, I don't think, like is necessarily supposed to be a kid's book. It's
Well, it was
probably adult accompaniment, maybe.
I don't think people understand how much like true horror is part of my like vocabulary, and I don't think I realized it, but like I tend to like look at things and like turn them into nightmares and then try to bring them out of the nightmare. And I think
Yeah.
Darkness
Well,
Dies, I wanted to do that. I think I did it, but I don't think I brought them out properly. At the end, I should have made it a little bit more fluff and you know what I mean, a little happier. I just kind of dun dun dun, it's over. The light saved the day.
yeah,
And
I think there should have been like maybe an epilogue or whatever.
right. If I do a reissue, which I have been talking to Diana about, like a revised reissue.
Well,
I'll definitely
I wouldn't change anything up until
no
the end. I'm just
log,
saying
like
add a little
a 5 to
scene,
10
a couple.
page exit that explains a few things a little better and shifts
Yeah,
the tone, the immediacy
where
of the.
what maybe some out what the effects that happen with the Titans because of it, and
Yeah, we had
stuff.
some conversation about the Titans, and it was interesting because there is a whole story to be told there. Because when you see Captain Aura again in issue, well, he shows up in issue 1 as Anthony Santos, but you soon find out in the Cyclopean series that he's Captain Aura, and he has his powers, and he's like, well, it's never explained, and I'm like, I was talking to Tony about it, and I was like, well, what if Captain Aura is the only one who bothered to try to get his powers back? What if the rest of them just went into retirement, and that's part of the story, that it was a difficult journey. It's a hero's journey, really. But that's
Yeah.
kind of what I like to do. I've always,
You
destroyed the
you
hero.
could do a Titans book that takes place in between those two.
Yeah, I could. But I got to get the time and like right now I decided it was a good idea to do 2 books. And it really is
Yeah.
because they're so different. Like I'm jumping over
Yeah.
into Cyclopean and coloring right now. And it's
Yeah.
really cool to do the bright superhero colors and the way I color Cyclopean. And then I go
Yeah.
back to and it's all muted and very subtle coloring to get like emotions and motion.
Even if you didn't do all the Titans, you could do just Captain Aura in between and where he sets up that network. What shall we call it?
Yeah, well, the cool thing about all that is there's a real life story that could be adapted to it, just like everything else I've done with the Titans.
Yeah, because
pretty much
I'm not sure how much of a secret it is. Of course, the Cardinal from the end of I think Darkness Dies does appear is the one that is appearing in the Cyclopean.
Is he though? That's the question. But yes, he is. But as a writer, I would go, oh, but is he the one, or is it a different car? You don't know yet, do you? No.
No, I don't. But the way you set it up, it seemed
definitely. Yeah, he's definitely the same one. Which that was another thing. Like they really got stuck momentarily on the, yeah. Well, he's the child of a real cardinal because the guy behind the cardinal was paraplegic. He couldn't do it, and they're like, well, it makes sense, but like overall, I think it got the weird nod, which I love. I love.
Yeah,
that's strange, but
I don't think. Now, I'm not sure whether you're researching. Is that the case with paraplegics that nothing can happen?
It really depends on their condition. Like the amount of damage that can be done to so many things in our body. Like, and so I don't want to get too graphic, but just think about the sensitivity issues. If you lost all feeling, you can't. If you can't feel nothing, you can't. And yes, there have been. Yeah, I looked it up. There are real life stories, and it's tragic in the sense of that's an intricate part of marriage and consummating love, but it's something that people have overcome. It's just,
yeah,
that's a rough one. I feel bad for people that get stuck like that. Then again, the Lord blesses in amazing ways. I don't know the gifts that they get, despite losing what I would otherwise call a blessing. I want to qualify that because lately I find myself casting judgments and statements, and I'm like, but honestly, I don't really know.
Tony is back in the chat. It says me. Oh no, that's an earlier me too.
Hey Tony, we hope you're there. We love you. But yeah, so have you been following the whole Epstein garbage?
No.
Oh my God. Our government is wow. I hope Canada isn't half as corrupt as we are because it's bad.
Well, we're probably more corrupt, especially with Justin and Mark Carney.
Stop. Don't wish that upon yourselves. They're all
angels. I'm not wishing it. I'm just
don't speak the reality either, brother. Don't. Oh, I am so torn because in my heart of hearts, I want to even sort of still believe that Trump didn't actually molest any children, but he's protecting them at best. And to me, I don't care what your excuse is, unless your excuse is Jesus Christ came down to me in the flesh and I spoke with him and he said, I have to do this, this, and this. If you tell me God told you to do it, then I will, I'll let right out, and if you're lying, you're gonna get it. But otherwise, I'm like, what are you protecting? So people in power are gonna tumble. Guess what? It's a big world. Other people will take their positions in a heartbeat, and our hope is that those people who do won't be pedos and evil, and they'll be somewhat normal. I mean, I think that's the general consensus. That would be the hope.
Oh, we got 5 watching now. I'm not sure what. I just let somebody
Yeah,
know.
well,
A friend of mine.
I mentioned Trump
Hey,
and Epstein.
Raul, if you're there, watch and say something. If you want, hit the link. You can come in. My buddy
And let me
Chris
do this.
will let you in.
We will paste the link again so people don't have to go back through all that chat.
Oh, there's not much chat to go back.
So much chat going on there, brother. But
It's not like the chat's been hopping
But did
tonight.
you see that? I mentioned Epstein and I mentioned Trump, and 2 more viewers popped up.
Well, I'm not sure whether that was there beforehand. I
think the algorithm automatically picks it up, and people come in. But to be honest, I mean, that is what's been on my heart the last month. We've got a whole slew of victims, and nobody seems to have a case that they can make against anybody. That's a little coincidental, because I know if I was accused of something, I would be arrested and held until I was shown not to be the problem. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, maybe they're actually going with the lie. Innocent until proven guilty.
Well, that's amazing that that works for them.
Of course, they got money.
So often the common man, he just kind of has to wait for them to go through some investigation before they let you go. Typically, and I know that because I watch a lot of YouTube. The stuff they do to people sometimes in those, they know they're guilty, but they got to get them to talk. So they drag it out. They bring them
but
in.
they usually only have so much time to do that, and if you don't talk in that amount of time, they gotta let you go.
The only teaser I can give about the Great Cyclopean is that the colors are coming along, because while I've been drawing the loop, I've been coloring the Great Cyclopean. It's about, I think I did page 12 today. I can tell you that there are some children pushing for issue 10. So I have a little bit of fire.
Yes, I'm almost done. I'm almost done 9. I know I'd be liking 10 soon. I'm about halfway.
I have a 10-year-old little girl who's dying for issue 10, and she finds me every once in a while and makes sure that I know that she's looking for it. And that is really what Cyclopean. That is the fire, is when you get a kid that's excited about them.
Yeah.
The other stuff, it's more or less me getting my other stuff out. I think if I was at Marvel or DC, I would be on a darker book. I would be like a Daredevil or a Moon Knight, or, dare I say, a Batman or a Dead Man or something like that nature,
Yeah.
I don't know. If I was doing Spidey, I think I would be doing something dark. I wouldn't be doing, Spidey versus Frogman. It would be as dark as Venom, if not worse. And that's just because, I don't know. Like, even my version in my head of Doctor Doom is nastier than what I grew up with, I don't know. I'm not, I love Boy Scout comics. I love Captain America and Superman.
Yeah.
But I love the grittier stuff even more.
Yeah, well, there's good stuff about both types,
That's true.
And like you were saying earlier about your, the darkness dies and the grittiness of it, or however you want to say it. But you also have Cyclopean. You have 2 different levels of books for 2 different types of audience.
Yep. And it's
true. And you're trying to tie them in. DC and Marvel do that too.
Yep. Hey,
it's part of growing your universe.
Keep talking. I'll be able to hear you, but I'm running right over there to get a Coke. I'll be right back.
Don't run, just walk, please. Don't want to spill the Coke.
I have to run. Tiny's looking at me all funny. Don't you do it.
So I don't know what else to say. Like I said, you got 2 different types of books for 2 different audience. I'm trying to do the same, maybe not on the level of grittiness or whatever, but like I'm trying to make my various books, although they're all shared universe, I'm trying to make them a little different. Like my character Ozona, whenever I get to her, is going to be she's going to break the fourth wall a lot in her books. So that'll be Deadpool or She-Hulk, right? And then we're going to have Insecto, where he's going to be a little like Spider-Man, saying up all the universe, saying all the the comedy stuff and all. And Captain or Tony said about universe building. Yeah, what you were saying.
That's something I never think about, even though it's something that we're always doing.
Well, sometimes some people do it and some people don't. Like
some people are very intentional with it.
Yeah, like say Ethan. He's writing or wrote the Cyberfrog stuff, the 3 issues, but he hasn't thought beyond that.
Right.
He wrote the Brute guy, Rainbow Brute, right? Rainbow Brute. But again, it's not a tie-in. He's not making tie-ins in this to make it a universe building stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know if he wants to. I think Rainbow the Brute was always supposed to be a satire. And it's taken so long that now there's another satire of the satire.
Tony says.
So crazy.
Tony says, "Are you clipping me, bro?" Out loud.
That's a little fun at Lorenzo, because I didn't even know what clipping was. But
I had an idea, but
yeah. Well, apparently he thought we were doing it, and it's like, no, bro, we don't clip people. I don't even know how.
Well, that's just taking it. That'd just be taking a few seconds of your thing and putting them as clips, right? Shorts, if you will, on your channel.
I guess we could grab the audio and then like play it back, but I don't have that kind of equipment.
Yeah, but no, it's not here. Like afterward. No, I'm not saying like that. Afterwards, you could go and grab that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, but if you use the soundboard, you can do it rapidly.
Yeah.
If I had it set up, I could sample you, like when you just said yeah, and then like put it on a board and press the button, and boom, you'd be yeah.
Yeah.
See, you do it all the time too. I could catch you doing
it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. So it's gonna be a long week. It's Wednesday and my wife left me. Yeah, but she will be back tomorrow, so
yeah. After these messages, she'll be right back.
Yeah, really. She might be watching, but somehow I don't think so. She would have said something by now. I didn't send her an invite, so she might get mad at me too. But I'm hoping she's just having such a good time she forgot about it. Hey, look, guess who's in the back room?
Raul or Tim?
No, Tim. Yeah.
How's it going, y'all?
Hey, you seem like
how is it going?
Something.
I just woke up. Ugh.
Sounds like it.
Well, welcome to reality. It's 4 a.m. in the morning. We've been up all night.
Oh, don't lie to me.
I'm just trying to scare you. I don't know if like you have an alarm set or something. You're like, oh
no. I have to fix that avatar. I didn't realize.
It's a little crooked, but it stands out.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, a little crooked isn't always the worst thing.
Except when you're in politics.
Well, if you're too straight, you won't get elected. That's for sure. It seems all of them crooked.
Outcast says hello, Tim.
Oh, hey, Outcast. How you doing, man?
Even the guys I like I have so many things that are like, you said what? You did what? You stupid? What? Like, how come we don't have any like just good guys anymore? Just
Well, there never was. There never
There
was.
were. When I was growing up, there were tons of them, and I just
That's
don't.
what they wanted
there
you to think.
wasn't. They just were better at hiding it.
Exactly.
And I was younger and buying it. I was buying the propaganda, you know.
Well, we didn't have the internet back then, too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
that's true.
I tell people the people that you vote for, the politics hasn't changed since the Roman Empire. It's about power. It's about, at least the modern politics isn't really about, is more about trying to paint yourself up as this person who gives a damn about your problems, so you'll vote for them, and then they maintain power. Ancient politics, though, they get stuff done and they get their hands dirty.
Yeah, but even back then, it was about power too.
Oh yeah, that's the main thing.
Well, heck, just like that's what Christ was. Part of why Christ was crucified by not the Romans, but the Jews. He was taking power away from them.
Well, what about the feeding of the 5,000? What did they think? They thought he was coming to rule them like a king, so he walked away.
You want to know what really happened there? There was a McDonald's restaurant. It was before it was called McDonald's, and they were mad because fish fillet sales dropped significantly, and they were like,
I'm sure.
"Yo, if this Jesus does this too much, we won't be able to sell no bread and fish, and we can't have that." So
you know what your story sounds like, Chris?
No,
it sounds a little fishy.
Thank you for calling it out, sir. But it is kind of funny. That would be a funny, like, you know what though? I say it's funny, but God's probably frowning on me right now because you're not supposed to change scripture at all. And I'm like, yeah, sure. There was an early McDonald's, all upset for fish fillets. No, they wanted the power, and they don't want anybody showing the power of God, taking the eyes off the temple and off the priesthood. That doesn't sound familiar.
Well, I'll give you an example. You know the emperor that EVS always uses.
Caesar?
Yes.
Well,
no, it's not Caesar.
It's from
Commodus. Commodus would be the son of the philosopher emperor. He's basically the emperor that's credited as the yeah. Hey, how's it going, Outcast? He's credited as like the emperor that was the beginning of the end for the Roman Empire. It was all downhill.
Wow.
And he basically had just like drained the Roman Empire, but by really being obsessed with games. He thought he was Hercules, so he walked around with like a lion skin and a club. They decided to and he was killing off all his closest friends because he thought they were all conspiring against him. So they decided to poison him. Poison didn't take. It just made him ill. So they had to have, like, their backup plan was to have a athlete from the Colosseum. I think it was like a wrestler or something. They had people who, he'd come in and hold him down in the water and drowned him.
Did that work?
Yes.
Yes.
And then they replaced him with somebody who would fix the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire's economy, even though it was like kind of far too late to fix everything.
Well, that's the position that the West world is in, you know. It may be too late to save it. It really depends on how successful China's little thing in BRICS does, or whatever they're calling it. If they can get that functioning, it's going to be a real problem for the Western economies. England, America, Canada.
What are you talking about?
They've got their own currency they're trying to kick off.
Oh.
And Saudi Arabia has not said they will not buy or use their currency. It used to be we were guaranteed if you wanted to buy oil, you had to use the US dollar. That agreement has expired. So we may run into issues with that in the future.
Well, remember when they came up with the euro, and then that was a big mistake?
Yeah. Well, China may find it's a mistake too, but we're going to see exactly how that all boils up. Oh yeah. China's kind of scary because they build as good a stuff as we do, but they can build 100 planes to every one of ours. So If you've got
Where
a
am
cat,
I?
what's that?
Oh, wait, I had it on the wrong screen. I had the YouTube screen up, and I was like, wait, where did I go to?
Oh, you're here.
But well,
But the
China's
Chinese,
already had a currency, haven't
yeah,
they?
Yeah.
they did.
No,
They had their
the yen is Japan.
Oh yeah.
but now there's this thing. I think it's called BRICS. I'm not sure how it's spelled, but like it includes a number of the nations that have been subject to U.S. sanctions and things like that. So it's like trying to undermine like NATO, America, that whole, the West.
Yeah.
I think Iran's part of it. I know China is, Russia is, Brazil might be. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, things could get weird for us, like they did, Rome. Of course, we've only been at it for 250 years, so everything is faster in the future, I guess.
I don't know. We'll have to ask England. They are in the future.
Yeah, but England is kind of like a shell of what they used to be. They used to be the America of the world, like they used to be the superpower, and now they're kind of like.
I was more joking there, but
Oh no! But at one time they really were badass. They were.
Yeah,
you did not.
I think they still are a little bit, but a lot of the countries that they quote unquote owned have now gone independent.
I think they are. They are capable. They have technology. They have the nukes, but like, they have the same problem America is going to have. And that is, we don't have the manufacturing power to keep up with China. China may make crap.
Okay, China is not trying to create a new currency. It's trying to elevate the one it already has.
Okay.
So it wants everybody to have a dong.
I already have a dong.
Yeah, but China wants you to have their dong.
I don't need your dong.
Chinese dongs are smaller than American dollars. They're a smaller bill. Tiny, I'm going to kick you. My little dog is attacking my feet because she's got a snack all the way across the room, and she thinks my foot somehow is going to reach across the room and get it.
Shit.
Well,
good Lord.
Well, what you do is you attack your dog's feet, and then you say, "See how that feels?"
She's too fast, She's already scared away both my cats. Evil little dog. When I lay down,
your little dog too.
She's going to demand my lap, which is living hell when she sleeps on you, because then she bites you anytime you move. Yeah.
Oh, well, then you just throw that dog off. It's like, get on the floor with you.
Well, you can't be. Well, you could, but she's like senior citizen dog. So like, I gotta be gentle with her.
She a little cranky.
Senior dog.
It's
new cartoon, Senior Dog. There, you should do a little cartoon called Senior Dog, Chris.
Good. I mean,
put it up on Webtoons.
14 to 15 years old at least in human years. So, like in dog years, she's what, 70 to 80 years old, and boy, she's every bit of it. Every bit of it.
Well, no, 70 would be 10, and if she's like around 15, that'd be like over 100.
Oh, I'm trying to be nice to her. Now she heard you, Rick. She's looking at me like she's gonna eat my foot. No, but
she was already doing that.
So, anybody notice any craziness online?
I'm looking for pay attention to all that. I'm working too much and trying to get my own books out.
Well, yeah, I've been working on that too.
The Evan stuff is cool. Oh, I'm sorry. The Ethan stuff is cool because I only get clips from like Student of God and Vicky. I see their stuff on Twitter and go,
yeah.
I laugh too because he has gone so far from the tree. It's like bro, I don't know if you're ever gonna get back. He needs like a PR agent, somebody who can fix his marketing, fix his
Oh, if I was his PR agent, I'd say you need to shut the hell up for about
well, number one would be get offline. Yep, you need to take, and he would fight and argue because it is part of his life. But I
Right.
think he's one of those guys where if he got on offline, there's a whole life waiting for him right past that keyboard. He's got pen, he's got paper, he's got wife, he's got kids. There's a life, bro, and the Ethernet will eat it up. X will eat it up. Super chats will eat it up. You know,
Yeah, it takes 6 months to get your books done.
somebody else would have to it would be in charge of his X account, and they'd only post like the books that he's coming out with.
Yeah, exactly. Or other comics get approved books. So you'd see a stream of Cyberfrog and things about Shane and about Malin and all those cyber comicscape people out there.
Well, I don't know
But
whether he's did any since then, but apparently when Rainbow the Brute came out, he started doing a page or two of Rainbow Brute.
I did see some of the clips of him drawing that, and I've seen clips of him drawing Cyberfrog. And honestly, guys, God, I hate to say this, but I think he's devolving. I don't think he's quite as good as he was 5 years ago, looking at what he's been putting out.
Because he doesn't draw as much.
But also, we're not seeing it with Ritter's colors on it. The right colorist can clean that up and make it look amazing, and I'm sure Ritter will do that. But what I've seen, I'm just like, don't get me wrong.
Well,
I'm not saying I'm better than
Mandy
him.
Mandy stopped showing him the goods.
Yeah, well, yeah, those things have a shelf life, brother. And I'm talking about people. And she's up there and she's losing the gift that had her spinning 20 years ago, and I don't think she's quite aware of that yet.
She used to have her own kickstand.
Hey, when the wheels run out, we can't just change the tires. We got a little we show a little wear and tear unless you've got hundreds of thousands to put in plastic surgery. Then you get a different look. But
yeah.
I just
her
don't
headlights aren't. Yeah, are you saying her headlights are dimming a little?
That and like the bumper's a little scuffed. It used to be lipstick on cards. Now it's just like, oh God, that voice is annoying when she comes on a clip. It's like I run it the volume. I got to put it down half or whatever it's on just so I can have my ears bleed. It's just not good.
I haven't watched her show in a long time. So
yeah, I only see her on Twitter. She's had me blocked for like 5 years when she was doing the Wart the Wizard thing, and she was sexing it up to sell books, and I was like, you're a gimmick, you're not a comic creator. Now people would argue, well, she's done great books since then. No, other people have done great books for her since then. Mediocre writing is not that hard to come by, so maybe she can write a little bit. But if it wasn't for the artists that she's managed to pick up somehow, I'm just saying, I don't want to, if you can get the talent pool, you can sell a book. That's all I'm going to say. And she was effective in getting the talent pool. I don't know. I'm not that effective. I show my cleavage and nothing happens.
Yeah, well.
Does
People don't want to see your cleavage.
Mine won't work, Rick.
Mine won't work too. I may have some moves, but I don't think anybody wants to see my cleavage.
They talk about progression, but I don't see it. It's not working. I'm glad it's not working.
You only have about one person that wants to see your cleavage.
No, she doesn't want to see my cleavage. My wife is like, put on the t-shirt, baby. Yeah. Oh man. Speaking of t-shirts, what time is it?
10 after 10.
Oh, I gotta go to bed soon. Because really, this means I have to go walk the dogs one more time. or at least get them to go outside. I will wake up.
Well,
the
if you
mess-
noticed, I just I posted page 34 of Melvin number 4 on X and whatnot.
I did not
That
notice.
means that it's on to page 35. Yep, and I think pages 16 through 19 are going to get lettered. So
Who?
they can
So do you have someone else doing your lettering?
Yeah, I do.
Wait a minute.
Tim only does one thing. Right. He doesn't do anything else.
Oh, and then storyboards and kind of being like a director.
Let's see. How come I'm not
Rick,
seeing him?
I want you to act like or think back to when you were the most Rick.
Most
Was
Rick?
he Rick rolled?
The most Rick you can be. You're not Rick enough for me. I need you to go back to that Rick point of view and action.
Yeah. idea.
Perfect. Print cut.
Hey, where did you post it? Because all I'm seeing are memes.
Oh, I'll send you a message.
Dr. Chuckles when two comedy giants like Akko.
Hey, Herman.
Hold on.
Let me check my instant
What do
messengers.
you want
No,
me to hold on to?
Stuff.
hold
What's
on to
that?
your heart. Sup, Hunter? I hope you're doing well. I was in the other window waiting on Tim to post page 34. He said he did, but I can't find it.
Yeah, it's buried under stuff.
I think he didn't. I think he was just tricking me, trying to get.
I
me
sent it.
It's evil, I tell you, confusing me. It's easy to do.
Too easy?
Stop confusing me, Rick.
How am I confusing you?
Oh, man.
Turn around, look up, then look down.
So it's like a when it rains, it pours situation. That sucks.
Oh, sorry to hear about that, Herman. Herman says that he's not doing well. In addition to a bad gallbladder, which I hope is healed now. I know you're in the hospital for it. Are you out of that? He's now unemployed. What happened to be you being unemployed? Did they do that because of your gallbladder? Are they allowed to?
Oh, damn. It might be like he can't because of maybe his surgery would prevent him from working. I don't know. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I'm trying to move it vertically now. Oh, there it goes. Nice. Yeah. Oh, look. Ship went boom.
Yep. Ship did indeed go boom. Things are
be crazy.
Things in the story are beginning to wrap up to where it's. So that's why there's a lot of things beginning to wrap up since it's getting towards the end of the story.
That's like my least favorite part of a story is wrapping it up. I know I'm already. I'm in like God, I think I'm at 25 pages on the loop, and I'm killing myself to end this early because I refuse to let this go into another 200
year
pages,
project?
1 year book. Yeah, and it's like so hard though. Like there's so many things I'm already telling myself I don't have time to put that in there. I don't have time to put that in there. I don't have time. You know what I mean? There's just so many little things I could do that I won't do just because they're not necessary to tell the story, but it would be so cool to spread out the watercolor a little bit.
Herman says they reorganized and moved the development, I think he meant department, to home office. My position was terminated. Well, I'm
Oh,
sorry to hear this.
they phased out his job. Okay. Damn.
Well, hopefully, well, I'm presuming you're there long enough to get some unemployment, maybe a severance package from them, hopefully. And if you worked for them for several years, I know it's still hard getting a job, but hopefully that'll help you get another one that's similar.
Yeah, everybody's getting kind of hit here and there with stuff.
Well, let's remember the real problem with unemployment these days is when you're older like we are, it just makes it twice as hard. I mean, if you're looking for anything decent, and they're looking for young whippersnappers, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's hard to tell whether they're looking for young whippersnapper.
And you generally have to go to jobs that they won't touch, which are pretty much labor intensive jobs.
Although it is getting better in the sense that the young adults of these days are so picky that
That's interesting. The younger generation. I was doing some reading, and they're a generation that's going under what they call extended adolescence. In other words, they're in their 20s, but they still act like they're in high school.
Yeah, and you can see that in a lot of the activism of today, because the boundaries are just not making any sense.
Well, look at when people like me and probably you were turning 18. We looked a lot older than we normally did than they do.
Right.
Not me.
I don't know that.
Hey, when I turned 18, I didn't look. If I went to get cigarettes for my mom, I was carded.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying, that people in older generations we were a little bit tougher, and we looked a little bit older when we hit our 20s.
Well, it's not really that. It's just they're not taught any better. They're taught in school all this malarkey that doesn't make them think that they're gonna they'll have it easy. I must admit that like when I got out of high school, that I thought I was gonna get a job easy and one that I'd be in that I'd want for years. Didn't happen, but
Herman's like, I'm good with jobs youngins won't touch.
I was naive enough to believe I was going to go get a job at Marvel at DC.
Oh,
Maybe
I did that
Dalton
too.
or one
I
of
did
them
that
I
too.
got to.
My mom will never let me forget it. She goes, "You thought you're going to move to New York and become a famous comic book artist, and blah 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 blah." I'm like, oh, yeah. Well, I was also a teenager who had dreams of becoming the next Rob Liefeld. So,
You know what makes me really crazy though is I think if I had been in the right environment around other artists, it could have possibly happened. Like,
well, think about all the stars and bars you've earned just by putting out your own books and finishing them, though. Yeah,
well,
I mean, you
there's
already
that,
kind of have proven yourself already.
but think about the what I get just off the internet watching other artists draw. That wasn't available when I was a kid. Like, I remember
no,
when
of course
Marvel
not.
put out that stupid video with I say stupid, forgive me, but I think it was with John Buscemia. It might have been with Sal, but it was a sit down right around the time of
how to draw the Marvel way.
Yeah, and it had him in there, not Liefeld and McFarlane and them. That was later, but it was one with Buscemia, and it was
John
awesome.
Buscema, I think.
Thank you. Yeah, and I just watched that as many times as I could because it was seeing artists.
I studied the hell out of how to draw the Marvel way.
But this was like a video about that book, and it wasn't the book, but it had like highlights from things they were showing in video.
Oh yeah, I had it. I borrowed it from my library, my local library, and I copied it onto VHS. And
there you go, brother. There you go.
And I watched it, I don't know, a couple dozen times minimum.
But now on the internet,
the one with it had Stanley,
John Buscema,
Todd McFarlane.
Yep,
that was later. That was You literally got to see them create overkill.
And you got to hear them like banter with each other, and like Liefeld didn't take it personally when Todd McFarlane was like, "Yeah, your anatomy sucks." Like they were all artists chopping on each other. It's like,
I tell you,
like
and
that.
this is
I
my pet
probably would have
peeve.
been better too with a bunch of artists around me because
Yeah.
I was the best artist. Well,
I'll tell you, my pet peeve is like get people who haven't like they think they're hot shit already, even though they've never put out a book, or they've never they never quite, it doesn't happen. But
Yeah.
they think they're better than you because they hired an artist that was really good and it didn't pan out though.
Yeah, well,
forget even doing that. Like I remember quite a few years ago, when I was trying to promote myself or something, or promote somebody else or whatever. I was tagging this. Hey, Diana. I was tagged this one guy.
There's Diana.
I tagged, and I've told this story one before.
Yeah, I think I've heard it. I remember it. Yeah.
Tagged this one guy, and he said not to tag, and I'm like, okay, why? What'd I do? And then he, finally I convinced him to tell me that my thing sucks. I'm like, okay, fine, that's your opinion or whatever. And I can admit my art is not the best and whatever. I got no problem with that. And he's like, nobody will buy it or something like that. I forget exactly what. And I'm like, he said a few other things or whatever. And I'm like, buddy, I have had books out and sold already. And then I find out he literally has nothing. He has the concept. And then he's trying to tell me nobody will get into my stuff or whatever. I need to go be like this or this or this. And I'm like, buddy, I have fans. I have a YouTube channel. People follow me. I've sold my book several times.
Yep.
I've had a crowdfunding that was successful. He didn't get it at first. And then finally when it dawned on him, it's like, okay, I get that it's not your cup of tea, and that's fine if it's not your cup of tea. But it is other people's cup of tea, whether you think it is or not.
Well, when someone,
I've got the proof in the pudding, and I'm like, buddy, you haven't even put out a book. Talk to me about the success of your book when you put it out. I don't think he's even put out a book yet.
But there's like a sense of pride in him, and he's like, well, I don't know if he's like this, but a lot of those people are like thinking that they're holding on until they have everything ready and they're going to launch their book and be a super hit. And you just didn't take that much time, and they don't realize it's comics. You don't take time. You put it out, you get your feet in the water, and you start swimming. And eventually you start drinking water, and then you start moving forward. Your first few books, you might suck ass, but eventually you find your rhythm, even if it's hiring another artist or a letterer or a colorist or whatever you're doing.
It still comes down to luck, though.
A lot of it does. Yeah, good comics die all the time.
I think of I used the video game called Mortal Kombat as an example.
I've heard of that one.
They put that together, and they didn't think it was gonna. They thought it was gonna fade to like arcade obscurity. In fact, when their boss told them they're making Mortal Kombat 2 because they made $1 million in quarters, and this is 1992, they were trying to get the license to make a Star Wars game. And their boss is like, "No, you're making Mortal Kombat 2."
Yeah, Mortal Kombat was a great social thing.
Well, yeah, it created even though like all the fatalities are impossible in reality to do, it created that rating system.
Well, and it gave us like the other side of Street Fighter. Street Fighter was like a fantastic fighter, and everybody loved it, but it still had that like cartoony feel. And here comes Mortal Kombat ripping your head off your shoulders. Yeah. Look at that spine dangle in the sky.
You mean my spine that's fused to every other bone in my body?
Come here.
Get over here.
And I know you don't. I know you're not a big fan of. I know you're not a big fan of Nirvana, but where was Kurt when Nevermind hit the charts? He was asleep on a bench because he got kicked out of his apartment.
Did he really?
Yeah, he was homeless when Nevermind topped the charts.
He would be,
So,
man. That guy was crazy.
That guy had a lot of problems.
Yeah.
But I mean, you don't get to choose, whether you're going to be a legend or not. You're a lot of times you're lucky. If I'm lucky, if I get anybody still interested in my books. I'm not saying that I'm the greatest writer ever. I'm saying that I hope my books are entertaining.
But like the greatest legends don't get there by master plan. Like they just suddenly found out that everybody loved them. It's not necessarily like, okay, I'm gonna put out this book. You see,
I'm gonna put out a book and it's gonna be excellent and everybody's gonna love it. I'm gonna be a trillionaire.
Buy it, and I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna make toys.
I'm gonna have a big hooter Oriental wife with a fried steak like a Texan, and I'm a rich and an amazing comic book creator.
Yeah, and all those kids are gonna buy my books because that's what kids do now. They all buy comics. No, they don't. They will when my book comes out. Oh God! Shut up, Chris. You're gonna get in trouble.
No, the only thing I hope is that I can entertain some people with a story.
I want to change the world. I've decided my goal in life is to make strawberry ice cream number one. It lags at number 3. I know it's the smaller stripe in the Harlequin ice cream, but by God, my comics will make strawberry ice cream number 1 again.
And you'll have diabetes.
But you'll have a lot of good fruit intake because of the citrus acid in the strawberries.
Right. Diabetes for everybody. You get diabetes, and you get diabetes, and Rick gets diabetes.
Oh God, you just reminded me of that woman. Yeah. Oprah seems to be involved in every big sex scheme there is in conspiracy world. Part of Diddy's world, she's part of Epstein's world, she's part of Weinstein's world.
Whoopi Goldberg was on the list.
Oh my God, can you imagine? But a lot of those people, I think she was incidental, but I'm not sure. Like they were trying to invite her to the island, and she said, "Well, I didn't go." Well, now you sound like Trump. I want to know who went to New Mexico though. There was a New Mexico ranch. Nobody's talking about it. And if the list comes out on that, we may find that people didn't have to go to the island to partake in his services because he had a nasty place in the middle of New Mexico.
Do you think there's a celebrity that had their own ranch? Jaballero's Ranch?
Yeah, I found the conversation that we had in DMs with that guy. He didn't want to be tagged because he didn't think the comic looked very good.
I don't understand that though. Like, maybe I'm just wrong, but when I support indie comics, I truly look at like, do I think these people are into it? Do I think they're trying? Do I think they're going to improve? Do I think their head is, you know what I mean? Like, that means you don't have to be John Byrne to get my dollar. You just have to want it, It's it's so crazy.
Then he says, "Oh well, I'm not sure how the writing is, but I can tell you that the art is very unappealing."
Kind of high worded there, right? Very unappealing.
And then he asked me about, did I do the art myself? Did I design the characters? And I answer him, yeah, I did some of the art. I designed the characters. And he's saying I fell in the trap that a lot of Christian creators do. And I'm like, wow, a big assumption there. You know very little about, I guess, me or about my comics or what they're about, and he's saying about taking a page from a particular Christian thing, that put out hot quality Christian faith, entertainment and with solid production
Did
value.
you ask him? Did you ask him how many books he put out?
No, but that was the point, right?
Well,
Yeah.
not yet, but not yet. But like I basically tell him at this point, well, I don't have that much money, you know. And I had said that my book is doing. Uh, oh, when he asked about the art thing and about the appealing, he said, I said the design was all mine with the art. That is your taste. I have more than a few people who it does appeal to. If not for you, if not, my grammar's bad. If not for you, fine. But don't assume it's not for everyone.
Yeah,
And that's why I said now another big assumption.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like said about not having money. I'm sure when they started it wasn't as good as it is now, and I'm not animation yet.
Little did you know that AI was coming.
Yeah. And he's saying about, I don't have a lot of money either, but I'm making sacrifices into making a high quality comic. Again, you make an assumption that I'm not making sacrifices to get my book to be the best quality. Do you even have
quality is kind of subjective, It's
that is.
Yeah. And then this is where I said you're making sacrifices to get my book to be the best quality. Do you even have a comic book? I didn't see anything about it in your link tree or YouTube. Maybe you forgot the Bible says, do not despise small beginnings. And then he's like, I'm just going to stop talking now. I wish you the best of luck.
Oh, boy.
And yes, I'm making a comic book. I'm not say what it is because
I would have
want
finished.
to.
I would have finished that with like that's what I thought.
Oh, guess what? My next thing is so you're still making it. It's not out so people can look at, review whether they like it or not, or not well is again my grammar. Whether they like it or not, well is, and people do not have had quite a few. I think I meant to say, well, mine is, and people do have and had quite a few watching and making and heard me talking and loving my ideas for years on my YouTube channel for years. And yes, I saw that you have a character. I made an assumption you had a book out with all your talk. And then he's like, now maybe I was a bit rude. You're right, and I'm sorry.
I wouldn't be sometimes. Sometimes it's personal. Like
no, he said about being sorry, not me.
Oh, okay. Well, at least he apologized. Me, on the other hand, you saw the recent thing going on between me and a certain other would-be creator that never took off.
No.
Oh well.
I just said apology accepted, but it's just like I said,
you got your thing up, so you're quiet.
I'm quiet.
Your earpiece, yeah, you're quieter now.
Yeah, you sound like you're yelling at the mic.
My mic is
right. Well, I'm not gonna. You guys can look over on the X or the Twitter or whatever you call it to see all on my page to see all. I'm not gonna go over that whole thing because, needless to say, that I think I caused a certain person to quit the internet a little bit.
Really?
Yes, because they came after my books and they thought they had all these pages and it's 60 pages and not any dialogue, and they were going to release this amazing book that was going to change the industry and blah blah blah. And then I took they said that I was a terrible writer, and you got a book where stuff just happens and no plot flow and blah blah blah. And I took all the reviews that are people opening my books and reviewing them, and then I took their comment, ran it through Grok. Grok said that what this person said didn't hold any weight. And it what did it say? It said, I'll read it for you. I'll read that part for you.
I'm looking.
I'll not mention the name.
Oh, I found it. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, I love this part. I'm sorry, you messed with that. That was the biggest accomplishment in my life. You mess with that, and you're asking for trouble. The criticism leveled by appears to be largely untrue, and at least in terms of core claims about the storytelling in Melvin. While opinions of quality is inherently subjective, accusations of zero storytelling abilities and the idea the narrative is just, I had to break it up into several tweets because it was big. A meaningless flow of random events. Shit just happens. Doesn't hold up against available description. What?
You guys have gone on for a while. This guy.
Oh, I went scorched earth.
Yeah, I mean he's been bugging you for years.
Yeah, well, he's taking pot shots at me for years too, and I just had enough of it. Okay, doesn't hold up against available description and reviews of the series. From plot summaries across multiple sources, Melvin follows a structure adventure arc. In issue 1, Melvin, a yellow-skinned mercenary, is, and then it goes into it actually breaks down each issue. My favorite one has to be the review of the summary of the plot for issue 3, where it's Melvin 3. Melvin faces a pivotal choice between wealth and heroic destiny, while Alice deals with the repercussions of her actions, adding a character-driven decision and consequences to the mix.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. All I know is that I went scorched earth and I won.
Yeah, I sort of did too. Not quite probably the same way you did with that guy in DMs.
Oh yeah, I know.
An issue with is B.A. Turner, who I just looked. He still hasn't put out his book. He told me 2 years ago that it would be out in a year, but he put out a couple of novels with it was an art book, man, and I mean. He was selling it as a mini comic, so I bought the mini comic, and I'm like, this isn't a comic at all, dude. Well, you have to get it with the books. It's a companion book. I'm like, it's not a comic. It's a picture book that goes with your novel.
Is that guy even still doing anything? I haven't heard anything about him for a long time.
I just looked, and apparently he's got a new alternative cover for one of his novels coming out. Great, I'm happy for him. But
so this whole time, he hasn't come up with anything new. He just came up with a new cover and then put that on the book.
Yeah, and what's disappointing me is he promised that book a while ago. Like, because I was like, okay, let's see your comic. Because the first deal, I think he was the guy that I made a deal with to see who could have a better comic by Halloween, and that didn't happen. And then he was like, well, my guy's in the military, so I have to wait for him to get out. And I'm like, whatever, man. He's like, yeah, it'll be out next year. You wait. And I remember after the first year I wrote him, and I said, where is he? He's like, hey, don't be picking on me. We're still working on okay, but I've put out 3 books since then, and one of them is like 200 pages. And, what are you doing? It's just.
Well, yeah, my point was, like, people find my books entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make like a thing that will change the world. I'm just making a book to entertain somebody for 5 minutes.
Tim, don't be a coward. Help me make strawberry ice cream #1.
Yeah.
Come on, help. We got to get Canadian Shield eating strawberry ice cream too. Canada makes the best strawberries. That's what I heard, at least.
They got to make something good.
I don't even know if you can grow strawberries in Canada.
Probably can.
Maybe in the
greenhouse. You can. We have a pardon.
I see it.
Yeah, don't even get me started on B.A. Turner.
Well, I ended up blocking the poor guy because I just couldn't deal with the because he wasn't. He was white knighting for Ethan Van Sciver with me, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, he's a bootlicker
dude, just
of
stop,
EVS
man. I don't need
bootlicker.
to hear it anymore. And he said something. I said, I'll just block you. Then we don't have to argue. I don't like endless arguing. Like that's not my desired template for life. I'd much rather be. I like to be a little bit of a prick, but not a total asshole. And then, I like to.
I
Live
don't
my
know
life.
this current thing. I mean, I caused a person to go silent on social media.
That's pretty powerful, Tim. You better watch that pen. The pen is mightier than the tongue, or is it the other? I forget what that is. The tongue is mightier than.
I also caused this person to unsub from like 96 channels and go quiet on YouTube and X. So I was like, that's a victory. I don't care if it's mean or awful. I feel smug.
Well, maybe he's now focusing on making that book. He's going to show you
Well,
out.
good. Good.
Wouldn't you be happy if he did finally put a book out? It's like, really, if you just put a book out, that's
honestly, that'd be fine because it's an
good.
accomplishment I want to forever, even my enemies.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling to print your first comic and hold it in your hands and send it out to backers and
Oh, it's nice for even more than your first comic. It's nice for every comic you produce.
Yep. It is.
And also never talk shit about my accomplishments ever again. Ever.
Well, at least if you're gonna talk shit about them, be honest and subjective. It's hard to argue with somebody who's decided.
Here's an idea. Read more than just the first two that I wrote when I was starting out.
Well, no, see with me, I'm like, even if they decide they hate me after reading something old, I'm like, well, you can hate me, but don't make me like, you got to have a bigger life than this. I can't be the number one bad guy in your world. We live in a world with satanic pedophiles running it. How could I be the most evil comic book maker in the world? Get off my balls. Just like, Jesus, help us. Anyways, guys, you know what time it is?
Hammer time?
I have to go because I have to go take the dogs for their final pee of the night. And then I have to go lay with them because they're going to want to lay with me and
go to sleep.
Herman says, "Don't even get me started with B.A. Turner."
Yeah,
we saw that. Yeah, yeah.
That is a story unto itself. All I can say is, I hope that young man does find the art for his book someday.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just don't think you're a hot shot before everybody outside the small little community knows who you are, or before you have anything.
Well, I think that's a problem with people going into CG. They see all the attitude and they're like, well, one way to make it is to act like you know what you're talking about and put down everybody else. Yeah.
Or start clout because you want to get somewhere.
Well, yeah, trying to get the clout, but like that doesn't rub off. If you didn't work for DC or Marvel, the only people that's worked with is Liam and Mandy. I think they're the only two that have gotten past the whole "you didn't work for the pros" thing.
Well, Mandy has boobs.
Yep, that's the thing. That's what does it. Although I'm wrong though. Faust Pigman, he's never been a pro, and the other one.
But don't you know he drew Muhammad one time?
He almost got shot. There was a guy like.
It's more like the guy got nowhere near him, and the security guard got shot. But yeah.
But the guy wanted to shoot him.
Yes.
The thing. Cass says goodnight.
The thing he should get though is he should get a personality.
Yeah, well, it just might not be a good one. That's the problem with a personality. Careful, Rick. That's sharp.
His personality is that of warm milk.
This is how I know you're not a cardinal, because you would transform when you hold it like that. Rick pops into a little 12-inch action figure.
For the honor of grace,
he uses that to clean between his toenails.
I have the power.
Okay, I gotta go to bed now, guys. Well, I'm not going to bed yet. I'll be honest. I'm gonna go take some dogs out, but then I'm going to bed. Diana, if you're still out there, I love you. Outcast Comics, thanks for coming, bro. I love your art again. And Herman, I hope you feel better, bro. And I hope
Yeah,
things
get
start.
better, man.
Yeah. Be praying for you, Herman.
And with that, I'm going to say goodnight, guys.
Peace out.
Lord willing. Boom, boom.